People are leaving things to the last minute. Are you yourself leaving things to the last minute?
No, well, I'm in the industry, so it'd be wrong for me to say that I have been. I'm really well organised and planned. The last thing I want is extra stress this time of the year, the last week, the lead up to the all-important day.
All right, so Paul, what are we looking at in terms of pre-Christmas sales? So we've really only got 7 days until Christmas. So what are we expecting?
Well, look, this will be a really big week. It's the right formula for Christmas Day. Retailers love when Christmas Day falls on the weekend because it's a whole week of trading to go. And I think we'll be surprised on the upside. Australians are forecasted to spend around $59 billion pre-Christmas. We're definitely on track to do that. And in fact, the position gets better post-Christmas. Another $21 billion will be spent, which is about 12.6% up on pre-pandemic levels. So, people are out and about and shopping. They're not, there's anxiety, of course, still around COVID, but people are taking precautions and shopping safely. And we're seeing, people just generally being respectful, which is a really positive sign for retailers.
Certainly is. So you mentioned 21 billion for post-Christmas sales. So is that online and in-store?
Yes, it is, Janie. And what we know is that all categories will be doing well post-Christmas, except for food, oddly enough. So what we did see in the lead up to Christmas is that food retailers, now when I say food, I mean supermarkets specifically, people are pantry stacked through COVID and they're working through their inventory. But we've seen a significant move towards hospitality. People are wanting to be out and about and eating out. Hospitality is forecast to have a bumper pre and post-Christmas period. Post-Christmas about 10.7% up on pre-pandemic level, on last year, actually, which is a great number. And clothing, footwear and accessories will be also a category that does well pre-Christmas, but actually does even better post-Christmas because, of course, we've now got more events to go to. So we're not locked up at home and we've got things to go to, family events, corporate events. So the shopping formula right now is pretty good. And we're seeing, although pre-Christmas will be sort of flat to last year, it's about 12% up on pre-pandemic levels, which is a record number, by the way. So it's great for the economy.
Paul, what about staff shortages? How have we seen that over the last couple of months?
Look, that's a significant issue, Janie, and it is a big problem. We've gone into this all-important trading period. For discretionary retailers, it makes up to 2/3 of their profits. So if they don't perform through this Christmas trading period, it's unlikely they survive through the winter months. So it's a really important period, and we've had to trade through with less staff. There's been lots of jobs that have just gone unfilled, and as a result, you would see when you're shopping in store, some of the service levels have dropped, unfortunately, and we are really counting on those borders to come down. We have a real lack of skilled migrants, but also students that would normally be, international students would be here to fill the casual jobs that are normally available through this period of time. So anyone that's looking to still supplement their income, they may want to think about the industry. It's the last week of trade, and of course, we really want to make sure that we maximise that.
And Paul, what about supply issues?
Well, that's a major issue as well. It's the two big headwinds, staff shortages and global supply chain issues, all pandemic related. It's a perfect storm and it goes beyond. We need a full session just to talk about that because it goes from anything from a shortage of pallets to move stock around. There may be beer shortages as a result. So, of course, that wouldn't be good for Australians. And it goes across anything from raw materials right through to finished products. We're telling customers generally, if you see something that you want or like, best that you buy it. It may not be there when you're back into the store on another day. We've got another issue that's come to mind around AdBlue, which is an additive for diesel, which will actually put a pressure on the logistics of getting product to stores. So, a myriad of issues, the issues go on, and that's why you'll see out of stocks predominantly at the category level, not at the, will be fine, but at the individual product level, you might have to switch brands or find a similar product to replace that item. So again, they're two things that we unfortunately will mean that we don't maximise the full trading performance during this period, but things that we're working closely with the federal government to solve.
All right, well, we have to wrap it up there, but I really appreciate your time and expertise. Paul Zahra, CEO of Australian Retailers Association. Let's chat to you again post-Christmas and see how the sales have gone.
Pleasure.